This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Baruch Haba, welcome everyone. Agan Chodesh. This year is dedicated by the Adjustment family, Leilei Nishmas, the artset of their mother, Chava Shasha Bas, Reb Chaim Ber, the Eshes Reb Simcha Bunim Lieberman, the author of the Svarim, B'Shvilei HaChodesh, B'Shvilei HaParsha. She was the Isha Chashuva who survived the Holocaust and opened her home to many Gdolei Yisrael, was very involved in Kiruv Rechoikim. She was a source of Eitzah and advice to many people, and Chilnach Habanim, many other areas. Tehei Nishmas Tzura B'Tzor HaChaim. So Rosh Chodesh Nissan is not only Rosh Chodesh, but in a way it's Rosh Hashanah. It's the beginning of the year. As the Gemara tells us in Rosh Hashanah Daf Yud Aleph, Rabbi Yeshua's opinion is that the world was created on Rosh Chodesh Nissan. Today is the day of the creation of Adam Harishon. And Rabbi Yaakov Emden in his Siddur collects many of the various significances of this day. Rabbi Yaakov Emden brings from Rashi and Parshas Noach that according to Rabbi Yeshua, the world dried up from the Mabul on Rosh Chodesh Nisan. If you look in Divrei Hayamim, Parak Beis, Pasuk Chavtes, in the times of Chizkiah HaMelech, they began to sanctify the Beis HaMikdash. If you look in Ezra, Parak Yud, Ezra began to investigate and probe about those people who had intermarried on Rosh Chodesh Nisan. Tainis Chavav. This was the day of the offering of Eitzim for the Mizbeach of the family of Arach ben Yehuda. Now, Rabbi Yaakov Emden quotes in Eretz Yisrael, if the rain had not fallen by Rosh Chodesh Nisan, then they would begin to fast. The Avos were nifter in Nisan. According to Rabbi Yaakov Emden, it seems they were nifter on Rosh Chodesh Nisan. Rabbi Yaakov Emden says this was the date of the very first communication between the Rebbeinu Shalom and Moshe Rabbeinu at the Sneh, Rosh Chodesh Nisan. This is when Hashem, so to speak, remembered Klal Yisrael to redeem us from Mitzrayim. Well, says Rabbi Yaakov Emden, today is Rosh Chodesh for Melachim, not for Malchei Akum, for Malchei Yisrael. It's Rosh Hashanah for Regalim, for Yomim Tovim, for Iberyars, for Truma, for Shkolim. Says Rabbi Yaakov Emden, any carbon brought after Rosh Chodesh Nisan, it's a mitzvah to bring it from the Chadash. Says Rabbi Yaakov Emden, according to Reb Shimon Gamliel, we begin to be shoyel v'doresh behilchos Pesach on Rosh Chodesh Nisan. Ayin Masechta Shabbos, Peizayin Amud Beis. The Gemara says this day took 10 crowns. The Gemara mentions 10 inyanim about the significance of Rosh Chodesh Nisan. And of course, this is the day that the Mishkan was erected in the second year when we came out of Mitzrayim. It is the first day of the Hakravas Hanasiyim. Today's Hakrava was brought by Nachshon ben Aminadav l'Shevet Yehuda, and after him, the other 11 Shvatim were makrav their karbanos. Hence, many have a custom in the first 12 days of Nisan to recite the Hakravas karbanos of that particular Nasi, and that's the reason we don't say Tachnun for the first 12 days of Nisan, because each day that a Nasi brought his carbon was a Yom Tov for that particular Nasi. But Rosh Chodesh Nisan takes 10 crowns, which means, in a sense, this is the most significant day of the year. This is the beginning of the year, and this is the beginning of the Chodesh that we paskin Asidin Ligael. In fact, the Rav Shimon Schwab records in Main Beis HaShoeva that he asked none other than the Chafetz Chaim, what do Chazal mean, B'Nisan Nigalu, V'Nisan Asidin Ligal? After all, Mashiach could come anytime. Achak Eloi B'chol Yom Sheyavai. And Reb Schwab heard from the Chafetz Chaim that yes, Mashiach could come anytime, but this Zman is more Mesugal. It's like 50-50. It's a very high % chance for the coming of Mashiach. May we be Zoicha to see the Geula in this auspicious month. Sheyavai b'mhira v'yameinu. Amen. A guten Chodesh to everyone.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.